Welcome to another edition of Who, What, and Why. This is a program brought to you, prepared by the Allied Council. It's our effort to keep you informed of what is going on your campus. Today we have a guest, Phil Sienkiewicz. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes, you did, Lois.
And Phil is with the no smoking, or not, it's not no smoking, but it is the
Smoking Club.
What is the title of your group? You want to tell it?
Well, our group is actually the Minority Rights Committee. That's why it was formulated.
Okay.
But then, at a later point, well, I probably should give some more background in here first. Yes, my name is Phil Sienkiewicz, as Lois said. I'm in Section C. I'm a deputy in Section D. And I'm the alternate to our Allied Council delegate in Section C. Several months back, back in October actually, we formed a small group to simply try to help some of the staff here and administration more rapidly solve some of the just minor issues that members were facing. You know, broken.
What kind of minor issues?
Well, there was complaints about a washing machine that hadn't worked for a couple of weeks. There was complaint about bathrooms not smelling very good. So we took a look at those issues and tried to assign a couple of people to get results from the proper people here at home.
This is in your section?
That was in Section C. But as this went on, we found out about a committee called the Tobacco Use and Advisory Committee.
There you go.
And I found out today that's the correct name of that committee. So we found out about that committee, and there's a lot of smokers in C as there are in A and a few other buildings. So some of these people attending our meetings became a little worried, only because we did not know what this smoking or tobacco utilization committee was planning. So we formulated a short, but we thought important, resolution paper. And it simply gave them a little background on what our concerns were. Number one, we have people in this home that are in their 80s or 90s that have smoked for 60 or 70 years. They were introduced
Tell them they couldn't now would be very traumatic.
Exactly,
Yes.
and they expressed that to us. They said this is one of the few things they have left to enjoy. They use it as a form of camaraderie with their fellow smokers, and they get a lot of pleasure out of it. So we didn't want to take that away from them. Now, we didn't know if the committee was planning to take that away, but it was a concern to us. So that and a number of other issues, and then we stated some suggestions. So fortunately, we were able to attend the Tobacco Use Committee meeting, and we gave them some of our suggestions, and they liked some of our suggestions, which we were very happy with. And now Allied Council and people like Dundee and yourself have expressed an interest in allowing us to do some of these things, as well as that committee. So we're formulating a major program, really, to help the home resolve the issue of butts thrown in various places where they don't belong, and it's just not looking as good as it should, and smokers not respecting the rights that they do have. So we're going to do a number of things. Besides that resolution paper, we're putting out a smokers goodwill code. We certainly hope everybody will follow it. We're going to work to try to get it enforced. We're going to suggest places to put more butt cans or smoking receptacles, as well as additional receptacles. So that's only a few steps, and I don't want to give all these secrets away, because there's a complete program coming which you will all be presented with via the mail and via Allied Council. So that's kind of what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm Dundee, and I'm the vice chair of the Allied Council, and I'm also on the smoking committee. And we do now, we have buildings, definite places for them to smoke. And like C, they have one special section that they're going to be smoking in. A, and this will go to every building. They will have a special place to smoke. And all of the state employees will have their designated places to smoke. This will all be coming out, probably will all be in place maybe by July, because we're working on that every month. We have a meeting. So Phil's doing a great job. He's been over using my computer and working on all this stuff. So you want to explain a little more, Phil?
Well, and I also want to say, I don't want to mislead anybody. We are not advocating smoking.
No.
In no way, shape, or form. I've been in healthcare most of my life, 30 years of my life, from pre-med in college to pharmacy in the military, back to pharmacy, into the drug industry. And I've done a lot of things in healthcare, including having sat with a lot of pretty important people in this country, the 5 Surgeon Generals, including C. Everett Koop, who had a major issue about smoking back in the 70s and 80s. So this is something I'm used to working with. I didn't work only on that issue with those people. I was actually elected by the healthcare industry to represent the industry with a group called AMSUS, AMSUS, that's the Association of Military Surgeons of the United States. And it goes way back to the Civil War, where all doctors were surgeons. But in today's world, AMSUS is the organization of military, VA, and public healthcare professionals, doctors, nurses, pharmacists, other health professionals.
Were you trained in the medical field, Phil, or just an advocate?
Well, I was trained in the, other than college, I was trained in the military, first of all, as a medical corpsman,
Okay.
and then as a pharmacy technician. And I ran a pharmacy.
That's a medical background.
And I ran a pharmacy, Defense General Dispensary in Frankfurt, Germany, which was the largest army dispensary in the world at the time. And it wasn't just for troops. It was pediatrics, OBGYN, surgery, dental, everything. A complete healthcare clinic. And it took care of all the people in and around Frankfurt, Germany. That Department of the Army civilians, as well as all the dependents of the soldiers and airmen stationed in Germany.
Sounds like you had a really good background. You enjoyed the service very much.
I did, and then it was kind of a natural follow-up. I went into the pharmaceutical industry and had a whole number of positions in that industry. But again, there's a special segment coming out that's going to cover some of these same things, so I don't want it to be redundant here.
I know you've done an excellent special segment, and as I told you this morning, we just wanted to give you a chance to have more exposure.
Well, I appreciate that very much, Lois, and Dondi too, and all of Allied Council.
Thinking of wellness and Dondi, why don't you mention the wellness fair that is coming up next week? That's going to be a big affair.
That's April 25th. I believe that's the date, and it's going to be from 9 in the morning till 1:30 in the afternoon. And there are going to be about 50 booths all around the campus and in the new member service building. And our office is going to be open, and we're going to have a little flyer with all the delegates' pictures on it, and just a little bit of stuff about what we do as I'm on the health committee also, and we're going to have a lot of things listed on there, that what we're doing and what the center downstairs, the wellness center downstairs, that has all the equipment in it, and that will also be in the brochure. And we're going to have, it's going to be really great because they're going to have at least, I believe it's 10 masseurs. That isn't what they call them, but they're going to massage you up. And then also we're going to have some chiropractors. Anyway, chiropractors.
Masseuse.
That's not choir.
We're going to have masseuse.
And anyway, it's going to be a great thing, and I think we all ought to get out and participate in this. So thank you very much for listening to me give my little spill. Back to you, Lois.
You can see that we have a lot of committees going. One of our prime concerns is keeping the residents well, so that you can enjoy all of the activities that are coming along. We have many projects that the Allied Council is working on. We're working to get that cafe, or whatever they're going to call it, open. We're working on getting the auto shop reopened for hobby enthusiasts to work on your own car. Like I said, there's a lot of things in the works. It just takes, as I've learned since I've come here, takes a little bit of patience because things don't move fast. But I think your committee is to be commended because you have taken it and has run with it and hasn't been slow getting it started. So thank you for being with us today.
And let me just say one last thing. All we're trying to do is make the whole home a little bit more friendly place to both smokers and non-smokers alike, so they can all get along.
That's the important thing. I was a smoker for many, many years. I worked for a pediatric pulmonary physician, so I understand where you're coming from. But we do understand there are problems, and I know I had an uncle that was 99 years old and smoked, chain smoking. Who was I to tell him at 99 to quit smoking?
Exactly.
But we're working on it.
Thank you.
And my husband was a smoker, and he died because of his smoking. He smoked from the age of 12. So I'm going to tell you folks, if you don't smoke, don't start. Thank you.
Times are changing, aren't they?
Thank you.
We thank you for watching our show today. We want to thank Phil again for being with us. I want to say a special thanks to the KVET people that help film our show, make it look good. I was watching one this morning and they're getting better and better. If you've got any questions or need any help and want to come by the Allied Council office, we're in room 209 of the Member Services Building. That's that big new white building. Our telephone number is 707-944-4933. Give us a call. We're happy to help at any time. And with that, that's your who, what, and why for today.
Thank you.
That's a wrap.